So what's up, guys? This is week 1 video overview. Just kind of going over what you need to do for this week of work. I'll be posting these every Monday for US history class as well as my other classes, but this is just to kind of show you what you're supposed to do for the work and hopefully answer a lot of questions so we don't have to like worry about communicating back and forth. But remember, if you have questions, please feel free to reach out to me however you choose to do so. Okay? So we're basically going to be doing weekly packets like I mentioned in the first video, and you guys can work at your own pace. Everything's going to be due a week later, but obviously you want to stay on track so you don't fall behind and start missing work. Okay? I don't want you guys to freak out too much about these packets. Hopefully it's manageable work and it's not anything too crazy, because I do know that you guys have other classes to worry about. But if you set aside the time, you should be able to complete these tasks. Okay, and if you're not able to finish by the assigned due date, you can turn in later. It's just you're going to be pushing each week I'm going to be pushing out new stuff. So the later you turn stuff in, you're just piling on more work. So by the time we get to the finish line, you might have a lot that you still need to submit. Okay, so this video might be a little bit longer than the ones as we get forward, as we move forward, just because it's the first one and I gotta go over a little bit other details. But after this, I mean, it should be kind of repetitive for the most part. Okay, some other things that I'm not going to really go over on the video just because I haven't posted them yet is remember that every week there's going to be 2 check-ins. So every class period, so for 5th period US history, every Tuesday and Thursday at 12 to 12:30 is like kind of a check-in. You guys, this is optional, the check-in part where I'm going to have a video conference. I'm literally going to have a screen open. You guys can pop in if you have questions about the assignments, you're not sure how to do something, you want to ask, to basically have a video chat. I can show you how to do things during that time on my computer. You can show me things that are going on your computer if there's just trouble that you're having. So that would be the time to take advantage of that. And also what I'm not going to go over is every Tuesday and Thursday as well, I'm going to be posting a discussion question, and you need to make sure you post a response. And the questions could be something as simple as, what did you eat for breakfast that day? It's more of a way to see who's actually like logging in and checking up or keeping updated with the class. Okay, so it's kind of like my attendance / warm-up check. Okay, and for whatever reason, say you wake up like at 3 in the afternoon and you overslept past our block time, that's fine as long as you post your response before midnight of that day. So every Tuesday and Thursday before midnight, you should be writing a response to a discussion question. Okay, and they should be complete sentences. Make sure you're doing that. I think that's it. Everything else is going to be shown in this video. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and switch over to the video. Like I said in the previous one of the logistics, everything's going to mostly be on Microsoft Teams. So this is where I'm starting off at. I posted the first assignment, so it says here week 1, living in history, COVID-19 epidemic in US history. So this is where you can view the assignment, and this is where you would click to turn in. You can also just click on this assignments tab here. So we'll go the old-fashioned way just because there might be times where I post things and you might not see the original post, so you might have to go to the actual assignments tab to find the assignment. So we're going to click on the assignment. I'll go ahead and go to student view so we can see how it would look from your end. So it's a 20-point assignment. I'll show you what the assignment's going to look like. I posted the PDF version of the assignment, which these are for the people that, I don't know, I guess if you want to print it out, or maybe if you just want to look at the assignment here and write your answers on a scratch piece of paper and maybe take pictures of your work and then send it over to me. But the only bad thing about the PDF version is when we get to further weeks, there's going to be videos that you have to watch, and obviously with the PDF document you can't really click on the videos to watch. This first week there's no videos, so you could probably, if you want to do it off on the side, or if you want to print this out at your house or whatever and do it on paper and then send me pictures or whatever, you guys could do that as well. But I just put this here for those people that, I don't know, if OneNote's really not working for you, you could do it this way. But I am also going to push it out on OneNote, which I'm going to show you guys in a second. Okay, I put the instructions. Basically, you'll do the work on OneNote, but you'll be turning it here on Microsoft Teams. All right, so let's go ahead and go to OneNote real quick. So on OneNote, those of you that have been using it before we left school should already know how to kind of use this. But if you click on Content Library, so everyone that's on Microsoft Teams, by the way, you have access to our class notebook. There's actually, let me show you guys this because there's some of you guys that weren't using it. But if you click on Teams, if you click this tab that says Class Notebook, it will give you access to all the stuff that we have in our notebook. Okay, but those of you that have been doing this, this should be an easy thing for you guys to do. Okay, so I've been posting stuff in all the different units, but now we are going to just have this one section called distance learning. So if you click on that, I've already listed like the first 5 weeks of packets. So if you do want to like move ahead and work early, that's fine. If you're finished with your work for all your other classes and you just want to like get this stuff out the way, I'm okay with you guys doing stuff early on and turning them in earlier. But I don't want you to feel overwhelmed. Like, just really focus on what's supposed to be done with that week. But like I said, if you want to push forward and do so, all the stuff is here. So what you would do for your guys' notebooks is you would right click and click copy, and then you would paste it into your own personal notebook. Because right now you won't be able to write on this because this is my copy. But if you make your own copy, you can write on it, edit it, all that kind of stuff. And you can also, some students show me that you can also like click on it, drag it, and then drop it into your folder. Okay, and what I'm gonna want all you guys to do is create a new section. Okay, so you're gonna want it, so you guys have all these sections. You can see here it says new section 1. Or if you don't have these sections, you can literally just click add a new section and then just call it distance learning packet. Or yeah, packets. Okay, and this is where you would drag and drop your assignment. So for instance, I'll just do it here for Aisha. Okay, so she would find it in the content library. And then, oh, my bad. I need to change the title here. So this is how you change the title, my fault. So distance learning packet. Okay, so we actually don't even need this page, so I'll delete this one out. So we'll go back to the content library. So once again, content library, distance learning. This is my work. This is my stuff that I've created for you guys. And all you have to do is literally drag it and drop it. Drag it and drop it into your folder. Okay, the section that you created. And once you do that, as you can see, it's loading up, but you will now have a copy of the assignment. And I'm getting all these messages as we speak. Okay, so it's for week 1. We are living in a time of, I mean, you guys are basically living through history right now, and this is American history, so I thought it would be cool to do a time capsule assignment with COVID-19. So literally you're just going to go through this packet. It's pretty simple stuff. It's all related to how you're feeling about this whole situation and kind of your own like visions of what's going on and all that kind of stuff. So you'll work through this packet, so you're going to include some of this stuff here. I think the first one, you're going to draw a picture of the people you're socially distancing with here. So, you know, who are you socially distancing with? Probably most of you guys with your families. All about you. So this is just the kind of like write about what's how kind of how you are in the world today. Like for instance, how old you are, your favorite color, your favorite food. So, you know, looking back at this 10 years from now when we like, you know, when other kids, the crazy thing is, you know, when I'm still teaching US history 20 years from now and I'm teaching kids about COVID-19, it'll be interesting to see like, you know, what things were popular back then, you know, all that kind of stuff. So you're going to fill this stuff out about yourself. how you're feeling about the whole situation. You'll create a face of how your mood looks. What have you learned from this experience? What are you most thankful for? What are 3 things that you're most excited to do when this is all over? Where are you living at this time? You know, draw a picture of your community. What are things that you're doing to help feel connected to the world outside? Some people are, I guess some examples are like writing on chalk notes on the sidewalk and things like that, but most of you guys are probably on social media. You're not stuck at home, you are safe at home. What are some of the things you're doing to keep busy? So you'll fill in this little cluster map. Special occasions that have gone on, like for instance my wife's birthday was during like 2 weeks ago, so we celebrated her birthday in quarantine. And then you're just gonna write a letter to yourself. Oh, letter to yourself. So just kind of you're basically writing a letter of this whole experience to yourself. And then you're going to interview your parents, asking them questions basically asking them these questions. Okay? And that's it for this packet. I think this is a pretty easy and fun thing to do. Will take a little bit of time, so make sure you get on that. Okay, and then the last part of week 1 is the U.S. epidemic charts assignment, where you're going to look at some of the most infamous epidemics, just like COVID, that have taken place in the United States. Okay, so you're going to click on this link here, and it'll take you to, it literally explains all of the different epidemics in the world, and it gives you a little breakdown. So you're going to want to start off with smallpox, and then you're going to obviously end with COVID-19. Okay, and gives you a little summary. You're going to fill out this chart here. Obviously I only added 1 box, but as you continue to add the epidemics, you're going to add more boxes. So you would have smallpox here, and then the next one I think was yellow fever, and then chloria. You're going to add all those. What time period did it take place? The source, like where did it come from? Okay. Where in the US did it impact the most? What are the symptoms of it? So like what are some of the things that would identify that disease, like knowing that you have that epidemic? Who's most vulnerable? So like for COVID, obviously the older population seems to be more vulnerable to the epidemic. How many deaths took place because of it, and then what was the cure for that epidemic. So you're going to fill this chart out. Like I said, all the answers are on this link here, and then that is it for this assignment. Okay, when you're all done, you're going to submit this on Microsoft Teams. I'm going to be posting another video next week showing you guys how to submit things on Microsoft Teams. But that's basically it for your first week of packet. Pretty simple, I thought, kind of related to what's actually going on in our world today, which is this huge epidemic, and looking at the impacts of epidemics throughout our history and how those may have also impacted the population. Okay, so please feel free to ask me any questions that you have whenever they come up, whether if you want to jump into one of the meetings and video chat, or if you just want to send me questions via email, Jupiter, Remind, all those little communication tools that I went over in the other presentation. Please feel free to do so. Like I said, I don't want you guys to feel overwhelmed with this work. I think you guys should be able to do this, and I have the most confidence that this will be a breeze for you guys. Okay, but if you are feeling overwhelmed or you're struggling, please, I'm here to help. That is what I get paid to do. All right, so that's it. I know I like to ramble on and talk more than I need to, but that's it. Strickland out. Good luck this week, and yeah, we out.